Assalamualaikum and good afternoon for everyone. Today, I would like to introduce the issue of deviant teachings in Malaysia. So, these issues is becoming more serious because it can mislead Muslims and weaken their akidah. Deviant teachings are beliefs or practices that go against the Quran, Sunnah, Hadith, Ijma, and Qiyas. For example, some groups claim to have special religious knowledge or teachings that are not accepted in Islam. Furthermore, the spread of technology and social media has made these issues more challenging. Platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube allow false religious information to spread quickly, especially among people with limited Islamic knowledge. However, these platforms are also used to share authentic Islamic teachings and raise public awareness. For the context in Malaysia, JAKIM or the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia plays an important role in monitoring deviant teachings, educating the public, and providing reliable Islamic guidance. So, for the conclusion, the whole of the introduction, deviant teachings remain a serious issue. Therefore, continuous Islamic education, public awareness, and cooperation between the authorities and the community are essential to protect the faith of Muslims.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahmil Ijat bin Muhammad Saleh. My matric number is 1242870. First, research problem. The lack of understanding and appreciation of the authentic Islamic faith make it easy for some people to accept teaching that contradict the Islamic Sharia. Second, the use of social media and digital technology facilitate the spirit of heretical teachings to the community without effective control. There is a lack of study that examine the current factor that contribute to the spirit of heresy in the context of Malaysian society. Second, research question. What are the main factors that causes the spirit of heresy in Malaysia? Second, how do social media and digital technology affect the spirit of heretical teachings? Third, what measures can be taken to curb the spirit of heresy in Malaysia? Third, research objective. To identify the factors that lead to the emergency of heretical teachings in Malaysia. Second, step to deal with emergency of heretical teaching. Today, I talk about analysis. First, the spirit of heretical teaching continues in Malaysia. Explanation. Despite various monitoring and enforcement efforts by Department of Islamic Development Malaysia JAKIM and state religious authorities, heretical groups continue to exist within society, indicating that the issue remains a significant concern. Second, weak religious knowledge is a major contributing factor. A lack of understanding of authentic Islamic teaching, including the Quran and authentic hadith, make individuals more vulnerable to accepting divine teaching without proper evaluation. Weak religious education contributes significantly to the spirit of heresy. Third, social influence and charismatic leaders encourage the spirit. Example, certain individuals use charisma, psychological influence, and claims of special spiritual abilities to attract followers. Confusion regarding legitimate religious authority can lead people to accept teaching without referring to recognized Islamic scholar. 4. Technology and social media accelerate dissemination. Example, social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and messaging application enable heretical teachings to spread rapidly without geographical limitation. The widespread use of digital media has increased the circulation of unverified religious information. 5. Need for further research and effective preventive measure. Globalization, lifestyle change, and technological advancement have created new and more complex methods of spreading heretical teachings. Therefore, this study aims to identify current contributing factors, examine the role of social media, and propose effective strategy to prevent the spread of heresy and protect the faith of Muslims in Malaysia. Next argument. First, heretical teachings remain a persistent issue in Malaysia. Example, despite prevention, monitoring and enforcement efforts by Department of Islamic Development Malaysia and state religious authorities, heretical groups continue to operate, often in hidden forms and through modern communication channels. Second, weak understanding of Islamic faith increase vulnerability. Insufficient knowledge of Islamic creed Aqidah, the Quran, authentic hadith, and recognized scholarly guidance make individuals more likely to accept misleading teachings without proper verification. Some groups exploit religious sentiments to divide the public. Social influence and charismatic leaders contribute to the spirit. Example, charismatic individuals often use emotional, spiritual, and psychological approach to gain followers. They may claim special religious status or abilities and sometimes disguise their activity as motivational, welfare, or self-development programs to attract support and avoid suspicion. Social influence and charismatic leaders contribute to the spirit. Example, charismatic individuals often use emotional, spiritual, and psychological approach to gain followers. They may claim special religious status or abilities and sometimes disguise their activity as motivational, welfare, or self-development programs to attract support and avoid suspicion. 4. Social media and digital technology accelerate dissemination. Platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and messaging application enable heretical teachings to spread rapidly and widely. The open nature of this platform makes it difficult for users to verify the authenticity of religious content, increasing exposure to misleading information. Lastly, more research and effective strategy are needed. Example, globalization, changing lifestyle, and technological advancement have created new challenges in addressing heretical teachings. Understanding the current factor behind their spirit is essential for developing effective prevention strategies to protect the faith, unity, and social stability of Malaysian society.
Okay, today I would like to explain some of the factors that contribute to the emergence of deviant teachings in Malaysia. Okay, the first factor is a religious confusion and the lack of Islamic education. Many people do not have enough knowledge about the true teaching of Islam. Because of this, they may find it difficult to tell the difference between authentic Islamic teaching and false or deviant belief. Sometimes these teachings sound convincing or even attractive because they promise something different or easier. As a result, people who have limited religious knowledge can easily be influenced. The second factor is a charismatic leadership. Many deviant groups are led by individuals who are very confident, persuasive, and good at speaking. They know how to attract people's attention and gain their trust. Some even claim to have special spiritual powers or receive message from God. Because of these claims, many followers believe them without questioning whether their teachings are actually based on authentic Islamic sources. Another important factor is a social and economic pressure. For example, people who are facing financial difficulties, family problems, or emotional stress may feel hopeless and look for quick solution. At the moment, Deviant's group may offer promise of happiness, wealth, healing, or protection. This promise can sound very appealing, especially to people who are going through a difficult time. The next factor is the misuse of religious freedom together with the weak monitoring. Although Malaysia protects freedom of religion, some irresponsible group misuses this freedom to spread teachings that are not in line with Islamic belief. In some cases, this group continue operating because they are not detected or stopped early enough. This makes it easier for deviant teachings to spread within society. Finally, social media has become one of the biggest factors today. Platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook allow information to spread very quickly. Unfortunately, this also includes false religious information, and many people believe what they see online without checking whether it comes from reliable Islamic scholar or trusted sources. Because of this, social media has made it much easier for different groups to reach more people. Okay, next we move to the measures to address the emergence of deviant teachings. Okay, the first point is issuing religious fatwas. In Malaysia, fatwas are issued by authorized Islamic religious authorities. These fatwas help Muslims understand whether a teaching is in accordance with authentic Islamic principle or not. When a teaching is officially declared deviant, it reduces confusion and warns the public not to follow those incorrect beliefs. So, fatwas plays an important role in protecting the faith of the Muslim community. The second point is religious education and public awareness campaigns. This can be done through school, mosques, universities, and community programs. The main goal is to improve people's understanding of authentic Islamic teachings. Besides that, awareness campaign also remind the public to be careful about the information they receive, especially from unofficial sources. When people have strong religious knowledge, they are less likely to be influenced by deviant teachings. Next, the third point is using social media for Islamic outreach, which is dakwah. Nowadays, many people spend a lot of time on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Because of this, religious authorities and qualified scholars can use this platform to share authentic Islamic knowledge, answer questions, and correct misunderstandings. This is an effective way to counter false information and ensure that reliable religious guidance reaches more people. The next point is strengthening law enforcement. The Malaysian government and religious authorities can investigate individuals or groups that spread deviant teachings and take legal action against them. Depending on the case, this may involve prosecution or punishment under civil or Sharia laws. Strong enforcement helps discourage others from spreading false teachings and protect society from harmful religious influences. And the last point is collaboration between government, religious authorities, and the community. This issue cannot be solved by one group alone. Everyone has a role to play, whether it is reporting suspicious activities, educating family members, or supporting awareness programs. When all parties work together, it becomes much easier to prevent spread of deviant teachings and protects the Muslim community.
To conclude our presentation today, the study clearly shows that the spread of deviant teaching in Malaysia is a serious issue that affects the faith, unity and harmony of the Muslim community. It is driven by a lack of religion understanding, the influence of misleading leaders and the rapid growth of social media. Therefore, we would like to emphasize that protecting the purity of the Islamic faith is a shared responsibility. We cannot rely on the authorities alone. We continue education, critical thinking when receive online information, and strong cooperation among family, school, and the community. The spread of deviant teaching can be reduced. Ultimately, this teamwork will better protect the faith and well-being of Muslims in Malaysia. That is all from us. Thank you.